This is getting faster and faster. It seems. I don't even know if there's a whole note in that thing anymore. Guys, welcome back to Rewatchers Council. We're gonna be talking about consequences this week. We got season 3, episode 15. Episode 15, season 3 already. Well, this is where things start to get real good. Well, the whole season's been fantastic, but this is where
Tremendous, tremendous.
the rubber meets the road. Starting with this episode, we could say that. Snark joining me, council member Brennan Mark. Brennan, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah.
And of course, Ferris slash temporarily for a moment Adelia, but back to Ferris.
I was Adelia for a moment. Then I became myself.
Guys, let's talk consequences now. The original air date, February 16th, 1999.
Valentine's Day weekend.
Just about 26 years this week. Marty Noxon wrote it. The last one she wrote was The Wish. Michael Gershman was the director. Last one he directed was Passion. So we got a couple, heavy hitters here. A couple heavy hitters. Let's see. Pop culture wise, the number one movie that week. One of I'm sure this is one of Ferris's all-time favorites. Message in a Bottle.
Oh my gosh!
Message in a Bottle.
You said movie or music?
Movie.
I remember that movie.
Nah, I don't know that. I don't know Message in a Bottle.
Kevin Costner, Robin Wright. What's not to free? What's not to
Kevin Costner. The cost.
Yeah, and there's rom com. I don't know if there's a rom com, but definitely it's a little romantic story. We know you love those first.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. My favorite movie of all time is Bridget Jones's Diary.
You excited for
the Notebook?
Oh, the Notebook.
The Notebook's basic.
Oh my!
You gotta get into the real. You gotta get into the real lovey-dovey movies, man. Like, real rom-com shit.
Like you're a When Harry Met Sally kind of guy. I could figure.
Nah, everyone says When Harry Met Sally, man.
Moonstruck is better.
Oh, Moonstruck.
I'm
Snap out of it.
I'm a big fan of Sleepless in Seattle.
Attaboy.
Well, I mean, that's a good one.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I think I escaped watching that one.
Hot take. I think You Got Mail is weird.
Yes, I would agree.
It's a remake of a movie, modernized, right? So yeah.
Yep. Pillow Talk shuts around the corner.
And for inclusion purposes,
sure.
Shout out to Brokeback Mountain.
There you go. Still, was it Crash that beat Brokeback Mountain for the Oscar that year?
No, 2005, but yes.
Yeah, Kate and Leopold is weird.
Yeah,
it is true.
The butter commercials.
It was so weird. It was so weird. My first time watch of Kate and Leopold was blocked on YouTube. That's how weird it is.
And to think that Hugh Jackman right after that was Wolverine.
So. I know, right? It's crazy. Also, too,
the role he was born to play, Leopold, or was it Kate? I can't remember.
No, I think it was Leopold. It was Kate. Kate was Meg Ryan again. Meg Ryan had like a good strike.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah, she found a niche.
Who's Kate?
I
think it was Meg Ryan. I thought it was.
Well, Ferris looks up a random movie from the early 2000s. I'll keep going. The number one song in your United States of America, Ferris, "Angel of Mine" by Monica.
Oh my goodness!
It was Meg Ryan, and that's a very good song, by the way.
Yeah, sure. I had no problem with it.
"Angel of Mine."
The number one song in the UK. Big comeback song for this band. Hadn't had anything really huge since 1981 or 82, I guess. "Maria" by Blondie was the number one song in the UK. Really, that's the only. They've put out, I think, a couple episodes, but that never captured as much momentum as Maria did. Number one song in Canada, "Believe" by Cher. So there you go.
Of course, shout out to Cher. Isn't Cher Canadian?
Absolutely not.
No? Who's Canadian?
Oh, there's a whole bunch.
Shania Twain.
Shania's Canadian, sure.
Oh my goodness.
And Celine Dion. Celine Dion is also.
Well, we knew that.
Yeah, we don't have to bring it up. You don't have to bring that up, Ferris. How dare
Do
you?
you believe in? Sorry.
Speaking of Moonstruck,
Yeah, no kidding. It all comes full circle here, guys.
Yeah, full circle.
Okay, let's talk about
We'll get to the
consequences.
show
Yeah,
in a
we're gonna,
bit.
we're gonna go through it. Just another. It starts with Buffy having another dream. This time she's being dragged down underwater. When she wakes up. It's all over the news that Deputy Mayor Finch has been found. Uh, you know, bet on faith. Bet on faith. She said she waited that body, and it was within minutes they found this body or whatever. So
Can we talk about like
sloppy.
I forgot how callous she is in the previous episode where she was like, "Yeah, I killed him. I weighed him. I dumped him. He ain't gonna be found." And I'm like, "You psychopath."
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah, she's a bit nuts.
Yeah. Shout out
this
to
is
Elijah
yeah.
Dushku.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Killing Man, and I think it gets talked about in
I
this
mean,
one by Angel. He says it changes you. Even
Yeah.
that changes you.
Eliza Dushku is awfully pretty, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would. If she would have went to trial, there's a very good chance she would have been acquitted.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
because
mean?
they were being attacked,
Yeah,
and she, she fending off, and then he was attacking her.
yeah.
Could have got off
Like
him.
of all the places, Sunnydale is the last place you jump out of the shadows and try and just grab somebody, and especially knowing what they do for a living.
Exactly.
mm.
Well, I guess not a living; they don't make any money on it, but as a
First,
calling,
As a calling, yes.
Yeah. We go to the library. I don't know why Wesley decides this is something that the Slayers must figure out, but it's a big deal to him. He has to know. He has to know who killed the deputy mayor. So yeah, Faith is
Mhm.
like, yeah, sure, yep, I'll do it, no problem. Faith, Buffy's a little, I don't know about that. Buffy and Faith keep arguing for most of the episode about whether or not
Rat her out.
they should come clean. Yeah, yeah.
mm,
Faith gets a little worried about getting ratted out, and then look who does the ratting. Look who does the ratting.
mm.
Unbelievable.
After he flirted with the high school student.
Oh my goodness gracious. What is with the people in that school? Anyways, yeah, like the FBI should have like a little watch area on Sunnydale High and stuff like that. It
Mhm.
is unsafe. It's an unsafe place for
Oh, absolutely,
for a
man.
teenage girl. Uh, we get to see like the detectives going over the scene and stuff like that. It was nice to see the detective. Detective was his name Stein, I believe it's Detective
Yes.
Stein is his name. Nice to see him back. Nice to see. He's basically he was a recurring character at this point. That's the third time Buffy's been investigated for a murder. She hasn't graduated high school yet.
Yeah, somebody should keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
They definitely have her on the list.
yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. Like this girl is murdery, 100%.
FBI's least wanted list, apparently.
Mhm.
What did you think of his mustache? I thought it was pretty sharp.
I agree. A
Hey,
strong
the
cop
cops,
mustache.
cops can have mustache. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he needed that mustache. It just
Absolutely.
sets the whole thing off. You see the deputy mayor and Trick talking about the murders and stuff like that, and said they found out that somehow, like the people that work in forensics in Sunnydale get their job done quick. They've already taken him apart. They found wood splinters in his heart and stuff like that. So the mayor knows what's going on. Trick, of course, knows what's going on and stuff like that. Mayor's very happy at the thought of a Slayer going away for murder on this one for some reason. I have no idea why.
He's almost gleeful.
Yeah, there's a lot that makes it. That's one thing you could always say about the mayor. I think that's why when you actually see him get angry, it has more gravitas. He's just seems like a very happy fella. For what he does, what he eventually will do and stuff like that. He just seems very happy by it.
Gee, evil
Anyways,
politicians. Okay.
yep. We get to see like Detective Stein hanging out with Joyce once again. They would have made a nice couple, I think.
Yeah, her heart
Joyce and
belongs
who?
to Giles.
Detective Stein.
Yeah.
I don't know. Joyce's heart belongs to Giles.
Well, belongs to Ripper.
In the one episode.
Well, that and a lot else. Okay, so we see last episode. We saw a little tension between Buffy and Willow. Of course, Willow doesn't feel included, even though 2 weeks before she had helped with the biggest apocalypse they'd actually gone up against in the Zeppo, and then the next week or whatever, Buffy doesn't want her around just to kill vampires. So I don't blame Willow for feeling a little hard done by him in this at all. Do you?
Willow looks like Chucky's and Child's Play in this episode.
She has that look for sure. Maybe I'm trying to think. Oh, which came first? But I guess it was Child's Play must have came out a long time before Buffy. Actually.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Child's Play. Yeah, well, that's the Chucky was like what 93.
I think it was even before that. Yeah, in the
88. Okay.
I remember seeing it at a drive-in in Saskatchewan. So there you go. Now, when Buffy goes to talk to Willow, she starts breaking down. She lets Willow know everything. I like how Willow was, feeling guilty that her, that when she started giving Buffy a little bit of crap, she went a little too far. But yeah, Buffy just had to get this weight off her shoulder. So she goes and then Willow convinces her, yeah, you got to tell Giles. Like, well, what are you doing here? So she goes to tell Giles, and of course Faith is there. Faith is pointed the finger at old Buffy. How about that? I think the fun part is that Faith actually believes that Giles would actually believe her.
That's how egotistical she is.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's how egotistical she is.
Yeah, and he's worried about that. We got to go do something about it. Someone's got to go talk to Faith because when you take a life, it's you go down a road that you sometimes just can't get back from.
And who should overhear them?
Yeah, of course.
That's Wesley, Wyndham Price.
Yeah, Adelia said the mayor is her favorite Buffy villain.
I would agree with her on that. Yeah.
There's one coming up in season 5. I think could be close, but of course, the mayor is my favorite one.
That's true.
So they decided, we got to, the Scoobies that are going to get together at some point here. They need to talk about what they're going to do with Faith. Someone has to talk to her. Xander volunteers.
Oh boy!
Because he and Faith have a connection. Nobody knows what he's talking about. They've never seen this before. Yeah, and so eventually, of course, Willow's going to be the first one to figure it out. Buffy moments later, and then Giles, of course, is going to know from that. So they have this musical montage. As of course, we're going back old school with Buffy into the slow jams. A song called "Wish We Never Met" by Kathleen Wilhoit. Just a sad acoustic song. The one thing I wanted to say about that scene is that usually the rule is you don't make Willow cry. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
But she starts crying in this one. What's she crying about? I think it's.
I thought she was over him. Isn't she with Oz? Where's Oz?
I think it's just selfish. It's just selfish now. Yeah, I didn't like this moment for her at all. So, anyways, Xander says, "Oh, I don't care what you guys think. He's gonna go talk with Faith. Doesn't really go well.
No.
It could have. I'm just saying this. It could have gone well for him. Yeah.
For certain people, it definitely went well because certain people are okay with.
Well, eventually, if he would have just if he would have played along from the beginning, if he played his cards right, it would have went fine. Mm-hmm. But he didn't. He was trying to be a righteous man, a stand-up guy, and he almost gets strangled to death for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then Angel comes in, of course, with the old put her to sleep here for a minute. Now, I had trouble with this at first, thinking how did Angel just walk in? Because you never see him invited in before. But that first episode, the one with Kakisis, when his lackeys or whatever all go in. So maybe it's just a motel thing. Maybe they don't. Maybe I forget what we talked about.
I think it's probably like a home.
Right.
like a
I think that.
home.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing. Yeah, when you're just paying to temporarily use it, I don't think the rule applies. So,
yeah.
anyways, now it's
He was there at just the right time.
yeah, now it's Angel's turn to help out. Talking to Faith has a lot of men telling her how to do things, so it's not a good look for them and stuff like that. But someone's gonna,
Well,
Buffy can't get through it.
Buffy's
Buffy,
also telling her what to do.
she's trying to.
Hmm.
Again, Faith's her own person. I think we've established that.
Hmm.
Angel, starts talking to Faith. It runs for he talks to her for what, 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Then he has to take a break, and he walks back and he tells Buffy he's going to keep doing it because, but he has to tell her that also, maybe Faith doesn't want help. Maybe she just likes murdering. Fairs, what do you think? Murder's like potato chips. You can't just murder one.
Well,
I've said that my entire life.
well, she murders the undead, right? And we must remember she comes from a broken Watcher home. If we think about it. They killed her Watcher.
Yeah,
She watched her Watcher die in front of her, so
sure.
she has a lot of trauma and a lot of baggage that way mentally. But I you know, I don't. Well, because she kills Deputy Mayor Finch, and it was accidental. They're fighting, and it's in the dark. They're fighting undead zombies. Someone grabs her, and she stabs him, and in the heat of the moment, it happens. But but this situation reveals her true self, which is she's not a good person.
Yeah.
Because if she was a good natured person like Buffy, she would have the same. Buffy didn't even do the stabbing, and
No.
she's like mentally messed up and harmed from it because they killed an actual human.
Buffy's carrying all the weight of the guilt on
Yeah,
this. Yeah, Faith
yeah.
is none and stuff like that. Like it's like I keep when they talk to each other, especially at the end, it's always like the angel and the devil on your shoulder, right? Those two are just the polar opposites of each other. We're gonna talk more now. Like Angel's gonna. Well, first off, there's a scene with a Trick and the mayor. Mayor finally figures out that the Slayers are onto them now after they saw them sneaking around the Mayor Finch or the Deputy Mayor Finch's office, and now they has and he saw that they saw them coming out of things, and they know okay, the jig is up. They know that we're probably not the best of people here. So we go back to the Crawford Street mansion, and Angel trying to talk more to Faith. Faith is really leaning into the evil side in here, so it doesn't look like Angel. And maybe yes, starts loosening up a little bit, but it won't matter because here comes Wesley and his cronies. Somehow he's dug up about 4 or 5 council members from somewhere, and they're gonna go steal
He called
Faith.
them. He
Yeah.
called them.
Yeah, they got over there pretty quick. He called England. So I don't know how they got over
I
there
think he
within a
probably
minute.
called. He probably called England, and they probably sent some local guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got guys everywhere, it seems. Now, the crucifix Wesley uses to push Angel back is humongous.
Huge.
Enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was overcompensating. He was overcompensating for it. So they beat up poor Angel. They throw a net on him. They're hitting him with crowbars. Wesley frees. Faith then just arrests her. I don't know why they just didn't keep the handcuffs or whatever.
Well, no, because they were attached to the wall.
Yeah, and then
He had
they
to uncuff her. Then he unshackles the shackles, and then
right.
he handcuffed her.
So they get her in the van. That doesn't seem to go very good.
That's a wild statement, Rob.
She knocks out a guy within a second. She just drops something, guy goes down.
And why do I feel so happy when she punches Wesley?
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean,
really
I'm not on Faith's side.
Therapeutic.
I'm not on Faith's side, but
yeah.
Wesley's kind of a jerk in this episode. So.
He had it coming. Yeah,
well, he's also a little creepy too when he was talking to Cordelia early on.
Oh my
yes,
god.
Yes.
The worst thing is Yeah, she turns to walk away, and he calls her. Oh, she's cheeky, isn't she? Like we get it. Yeah, and I remember, and then yeah, we get Giles telling her she's a student,
Yeah,
but
she'll be.
not a teacher. She's a student. So yeah, you'd think it'd smarten him up. It does not. It
No.
does not at all. We get back to the mansion. Buffy gets Angel up and going. They head back to the library. They say what Wesley's done, and Wesley's going to show up. They tell him to, just head back out of town, like you've done enough harm for now. They split up. They said, okay, we're going to go to a whole bunch of places. I
Mhm.
think Buffy was just doing that because she knew exactly where Faith was going to go because she mentioned it earlier in the episode. If things
Mhm.
goes down, she's just going to hop on a freighter and go.
Yes.
So Buffy finds her within a minute. They seem to be having a good talk, and then Faith starts talking to Buffy about how she enjoys it, and Buffy starts walking. Buffy goes all this way to talk to her, and then as soon as Faith says something back, she starts walking away. Now it's Faith
Mhm.
chasing after Buffy, and that's what they're talking. But guys, there's going to be, unfortunately, someone left a bunch of crates just hanging in just over the dock for no reason.
Mhm.
It gets cut somehow, crashes down on Buffy. It's Trick and some of
Ah,
his buddies. So they're gonna fight's gonna start. He one of my favorite parts about the fight is Trick just waiting for Buffy to get out from underneath the boxes so he can punch her. Well, he had her on the ground.
Mhm.
Ridiculous, ridiculous. So Faith also throws the one vampire into the water. I don't think that's going to do
What
much.
is yeah? What does that do? I think that vampire's still alive. He just
Yeah,
does he not know how to swim?
he's 100% still alive. He was probably
Yeah.
he was the smartest guy. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
got thrown away, just swim away, no
Yeah.
problem. So we're gonna have the two other red shirts get murdered. We got Trick gonna bite Buffy. Oh my God, here it comes! But you hear a little stabby sound, and Trick says, "Oh no, oh this isn't good," and then falls to dust. Guys, R.I.P. again to Mr. Trick,
oh boy.
and thank you, K. Todd Freeman.
One
What
of
a performance!
one of
I
one
love
of my favorite characters in these
it.
past 3 seasons. One of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh
He was
yeah.
fantastic. I just liked how the mayor made him so happy too. Like those two are great together.
Mhm.
So we get back to the library after this. Buffy's telling Giles that Faith saved her. She could have just left her there, but she saved her. But and this is the kicker. So they think maybe there's more to Faith than we think. At the end of the episode, we see the mayor get a knock on his door. It's Faith. She's come looking for a job, guys. Faith and the mayor. Also, we're looking forward to this. The Faith and the mayor, one of the my favorite relationships in the entire series. I think it's so. It's one of the only. It's like one of the only healthy relationships, considering what they do as well.
No.
So strange, so strange. Uh, so that's the episode. But
Mhm.
the episode's called Consequences. What consequences?
She escaped them. Yeah. There isn't any.
There's no consequences at all to anybody's
No.
actions.
Yeah.
It's sort of
Yeah,
like attempted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, to say consequences just didn't make any sense. Let's see what the DVD synopsis for this thing said that as detectives investigate the death of Deputy Amy Fringe, face continued denial of any wrongdoing, convinces Angel he must help her see the error of her ways. And I don't get that part at all either. That's not what this episode wasn't in the least. He tries to help her, but I don't think that was just what he convinces Angel. Like it was Angel's duty to help out Faith by any means. So, uh, guys, next time it's going to be Doppelgangland. So we're going to get to the return of one of my favorite characters in the
Mhm.
entire show, and of course, a lot of people love. Vampire Willow, we're going to get a whole bunch of that. We're going to have a line
Mm.
in that episode that comes back to be uh, uh, pretty dead on
Mhm.
as far as Willow goes and stuff like that. It's going to be fun. Anything else you'd like to say about the episode, Ferris?
I thoroughly enjoy it. Rob, I should have listened to you because you did say it's gonna get better. Season 3 is gonna be definitely be better because you know how I remember telling off. And you know what, Rob, you're right. I
Yep,
haven't missed a single episode. I'm
yep,
thoroughly enthralled.
yep. Brendan, anything else you'd like to say about consequences?
No, I mean this is good stuff. I mean, great. You know, Elijah Dushku is great.
Fantastic.
The cast is really good here, and seeing Wesley get punched out was great.
Yeah,
It's like what's the word I'm looking for? I said therapeutic. Maybe it's cathartic. Is it cathartic? Is that the word? Like you
yeah.
just see it every time you see him get punched and stuff like that. And of course, the character is going to change. You know, there's going to be another series starting up here pretty soon, and Wesley's going to be different. Well, eventually he's going to be different. Those first couple episodes where he's in or whatever, he's kind of a more of a joke. But yeah, he gets to be quite a different character by the end. But guys, this will be the end of Rewatchers Council for this week.
Fun
Ferris,
fact about Elijah Dushku: she's
oh
now a
boy,
licensed therapist.
yeah, and like I think with magic mushrooms or something like that too, isn't it?
Oh,
Like
okay.
That is
That part I didn't know. That part I didn't know.
I think that's what she's doing. I think she does, yeah, that kind of therapy, which is a lot of fun. I would say, yeah, I thought you were going to say that she was in True Lies. I was like,
No,
well,
no, no. Like
like
I
that.
meant like a real therapist.
Yeah, not going to be a part of the supposedly not going to be a part of any kind of reboot, which is too bad.
Mhm.
Which is too bad because it'd be fun. Maybe they can get her to come out every once in a while, which would be fun. What do you think of that reboot idea, Brennan? I guess it's not a reboot; it's maybe a continuation.
I I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the only thing we know is that it got Sarah on board, which is a big deal.
Indeed.
And yeah, and she's gonna if she keeps saying if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
said Chloe Zhao.
yeah,
She
Oh
said Chloe
my.
Zhao is gonna, you know,
yep.
she brought her the story.
Yeah, she's in it. The Kazooies, they keep mentioning the Kazooies are going to be the executive producer. They're the executive producers because of the movie. They were the executive producers on every single episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't think they ever visited the set. Not once. They never visited the set. And they've already mentioned that, well, Dolly Parton was a shadow producer. Her company helped produce the show, but now they've just come out
Oh,
to say
just like Lucille Ball with Star Trek.
well, Lucille Ball wasn't a shadow thing. The studio that had it was Desilu.
Yeah, I
Like
know, but she wasn't there every day, was she?
no, but it was her studio. It was her studio that did it.
Well, her studio in conjunction with CBS because CBS basically said choose something, we'll do it, and she was like, I want this.
Yeah, she did that and Mission Impossible. Those were two. There's
I liked her for a reason.
the
Well, the Mission
two.
Impossible thing, not the Star Trek thing. I
I
don't
think
really
they
care
were
about
the
Star
two
Trek.
most expensive shows on TV at the time, if I remember
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Star Trek and Mission Impossible. But Brennan, where can people find you over on the interwebs?
Well, you can find me on Blue Sky. Um, under my name. It's very complicated to find on Blue Sky, but you can find me there.
Is it Mystical Brennan at Blue Sky Social? Brennan?
Gosh, I don't even know.
Oh, because I know that's your Twitter handle. So
No, I think it's just my name. Um,
Brendan Marr got it.
Brennamar.
and yeah, Brenmar, BRENMARR.
Don't forget that second R.
And you can find me on YouTube at Page Turners They Were Not.
Very good. Ferris, got anything to say before we get out of here?
Yes, my name is Faraz Milani. You can find me every Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific. Good friends, better lovers. Except this Friday, we won't be doing a show. We'll be doing some videos over the off season, so be on the lookout for that on our sports channel. Outside of that, no. Uh, on our entertainment channel, we're doing rewatch post credit shows on the on Daredevil, leading up to Daredevil Born Again, which is on March 4th. So I show up on those on occasion.
Hmm.
I believe, yeah. So watch out for me on there.
You got the open table, I believe, coming back at some point
Yes, the
too.
open table March 9th is the open table. We're coming back. We're coming back. You know, just me and Adelia just talking, talking and just having fun.
I got LGRN After Snark this weekend with Danny. Special day and time, Ferris.
Hmm.
Special, on a very special LGRN After Snark Sunday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Danny and I are going to be talking about the new Captain America movie, so I look
Oh
forward
yeah.
to doing that. Uh, and over on the sports channel, Adelia and I talk English football starting 11. Ferris, you join us there quite often as well, which is always appreciated.
Hmm.
I'm don't know if I'm going to be very happy this coming week because the team I cheer for has been a tire fire as of late, and also
Arsenal got a new striker.
yeah, yeah. What do you know? He was just stuck in their midfield for a good.
Hey, man. Kai Havertz was stuck in our midfield, then we made him a 9, and then guess what happened?
Yeah, well, he was a false nine at Chelsea, like a 10, but yeah, it didn't make. Yeah, he didn't work out. But
Hmm.
oh, Chelsea. Let's see. Watch them just beat the snot out of Aston Villa, and no one's even gonna bother whatever about this.
This week I'm this well, not this week, the following week. Is it this week? No, I think it's this week. This weekend, big up the citizens.
Yes, big match. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Ferris, get ready
All right.
because we'll see if we can actually get this thing to work. But I just want to thank everybody for watching along with us here. And we will see you guys next time. Doppelgangland. Until then, in the words of Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself, see you later.
Yeah.
I don't know if she ever said that.
No, I don't think she did, and this is not working.
This is so fun.